I don't want to get hit.
Yeah, doing that, this thing feels hot. Like burning hot. It is literally fire. And you do at this point realize for sure that, hey, punching this thing's gonna burn.
I'm okay with this. I believe it is my turn now.
It has
That it
gotten
is.
hotter in its immense anger at you.
Okay, I'm actually going to spend a point of edge now, and I'm going to hit it.
Oh. Then the spirit will have a point of edge, because, you know, spirits always have edge.
What?
At least it wasn't a glitch.
1 out of 17!
Can he spend another point of edge
Nope.
to re-roll all the failures?
Nope, you can only burn 1 point of edge on a particular roll. That is a .05 success rate.
I'm done.
I don't think an epic dodge was involved like the wolf did 2 sessions ago in batting your fist away. I think that's a... The power of luck is on my... Oh.
That's a real back that ends up with you falling backwards and your attack being a general kick in their direction as you fall over backwards. And it just steps backwards.
Oh, man. Jordan, I'm so sorry.
This is both my session and not my session. I'll take all the good.
I mean, at least you got all those doors, and this spirit might very well identify himself as masculine.
Does he identify himself as a door?
Probably not.
Well, I guess I'm gonna have to open a door through his chest.
Well, Aaron, you think you can follow up with that?
Nope. But I'm gonna try anyway. Alright, Twitch will move, fire twice, and then finish moving back into cover.
Alright, you're looking at 8 SE, adjusted after the defense roll.
Nope.
Which then ends up dealing no damage. And now you're looking at 12 SE for the second roll.
Let's hope this does it.
No, he's gonna roll like 10 successes.
Of course he is. So that's 11 SE.
Well,
Which is certainly more than its magic.
wait, 11 SE, Aaron?
No, 9.
Yeah. Let's say 12 minus 3 equals 11. What? 9 SE.
Is that bigger than its?
Yeah, that is. So that's 9 damage.
And of course, it needs to make the body plus willpower plus half impact threshold 3.
And meanwhile, Twitch is already moving back into cover.
Yes, it succeeds on that. In that case, it'll only suffer a -2 penalty to all of its actions for the next 8 combat turns.
Does it also
Well,
take a wound penalty from the stun damage?
Yes, those tracks are cumulative. It has a -5 dice pool penalty right now. It -7, counting what you just did to it.
So there you go.
Thank God. I might not die this turn. Oh wait,
You're
it doesn't have an IP.
welcome.
It doesn't have an IP, so screw you. Does Truesayer want to knock himself out?
Crusader does not want to knock himself out.
I don't know. That doesn't sound much like Truthsayer.
Well, Truthsayer hasn't knocked himself out before, and I would very much like to continue the trend.
Yeah, but he always tries to.
He stopped at the last time he got the 10 out of 11, and I think he's gonna stop right now. Let's see, go ahead and use the free action to reinforce the counterspelling dice on Twitch device. Gonna spend a simple action to flip into astral perception, and then another simple action to observe in detail on the astral world once he does that. And make
Okay, go ahead and make an sensing test.
Will
and,
do.
Anything in particular you're looking for?
Just to better analyze the surroundings. Well, learning more about this particular spirit might be useful just to make sure that other spirits aren't being summoned right on top of them. Or, there might be, like, an invisible creature that he somehow failed to notice prior, sneaking up on them or something.
Doesn't seem to be anything in particular invisible around.
Alright, good.
Okay, at least I got more than one this time.
And it's taking a -7 to its, potential dodge pull here.
Motherfucker.
9p of damage. Have the impact armor. Actually, it doesn't get any of that bullshit or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, because you got killing hands on.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how spirits work when you've got things that are not mundane.
The immunity in question here is an immunity to normal weapons. Your elemental strike killing hands is not a normal weapon.
I'd hope so.
So it just gets its body to serve.
It takes 7p worth of damage.
Which will be enough to send it back to wherever it came. You do have to soak magic, which is 7 damage physical, using half impact, body plus half impact. You don't get a dodge roll because you're the one that punched it.
Okay, I'm okay with this.
Melee. Cortex bombs and exploding spirits.
Yep, you punch straight through the ball of fire and burn yourself a little bit on the while your fist is going through it. Not too badly, but sure, enough that it hurts.
I've been shot before. This doesn't hurt.
It will dematerialize, just sort of fade away, and indeed, Truthsayer will be able to see, yeah, it's no longer on the astral either. It just sort of faded away. It's back to whatever metaplanes it came from for a very long time. So, what are you looking around for now?
Alright, if that summoner didn't know for whatever reason that there were intruders here, she definitely knows now. And I maybe got a half hour. I'm damn close. And Truthsayer definitely looks at, as soon as that stimulant patch fades away, he takes an unresistant point of stun damage. He's going to be out.
Yeah, a total of maybe just a few minutes, like 3 or 4 minutes has passed.
Alright, it lasts for 50 minutes total. It was a rating 5 patch.
For how many minutes?
50.
50. Yeah, so unless you really start fucking around, it's gonna last the entire time.
Yeah, but Truthsayer definitely looks at, he's, on the astral plane, he's sort of like, teetering and wobbly from side to side. The eyes are unfocused behind the lenses. Sort of
You got it.
hair matted and completely caked in sweat.
Twitch will look around in that room to see if it's a server room.
There is a Faraday cage, a Faraday, that's one of those cages that doesn't let any radio signals in or out.
Yeah, right. Faraday cage.
Faraday. Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce that for sure. It's locked with a old-fashioned padlock, key lock. Take a physical key to open it, or you can bust it open. Either which way, you're gonna have to get close to it to access it, anyways.
Can I try rolling locksmithing?
Do you want to do that rather than just rip the lock off?
You know what? I'm just gonna rip the lock off because, I mean, if we still had time, but apparently we don't have time. So the lock's coming off.
Well, the locksmithing will take a whole lot longer, and it's an old-fashioned lock. Like, this thing doesn't even the lock doesn't even look wireless.
You'd have to have like an auto picker or something.
Yeah, Coyote does have one. He can
I know
get
that
to you
Twitch actually
quickly.
does have lockpicks and locksmith.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't
but-
matter. Vice is ripping it off with his fork hands.
It's definitely quicker to do that.
Yeah, so Twitch goes to reach for lock picks, and then Vice grabs the lock and pulls it off.
Does this count as another door for the tally? I just want to know. I'm keeping score.
Yeah, I say it does.
So, Two-All's going to go ahead and access.
Trusair will weakly call ahead to Coyote. Looks like we found the server room. Get your ass down here, Coyote.
Right now, I'm keeping an eye on the front.
It's okay. I've got an agent just for this run. I'll take a start.
Right. Coyote will say, "Yep, I think Twitch is better qualified for this right now." Anyway, I'm gonna. And Coyote has been trying to hack these SUVs out front, not turn them on or anything, but just gain access while they were doing the fighting.
Trusair will shake his head weakly, like.
Well, you haven't had time to mess with the SUVs up until now. If you want to go ahead and pick an SUV and roll a hacking for it.
Yeah, the one closest to the door on the bottom, so the right one on the bottom is what I'm going for.
Over 5?
Yeah, I assume so.
Funny, I would have gone for Rover and have it back up down that entire line of cops.
Well,
that'll be next, but
Coyote
right
thinks
now-
differently.
Yeah, right now Coyote's thinking of escape. So if we need a fast getaway, the one closest to the door, we could all jump in and we could try to ram through the gate if the shit hits the fans. We just want that first.
See, yeah, we definitely do think differently. I was thinking brutal violence.
Are any of them women?
Are all of them women?
That will
Looks like
be
none of them are women,
enough.
actually.
Well, that's judging a book by its cover, isn't it?
Is that enough to get in, or do I need to roll again? Okay.
That'll be enough to get in and access.
All right, so he has that one that he can control. He won't do anything with it. Then he will go after the Rover one, like Aaron was talking about, the closest one. The closest one to the guys, I mean. Shall I roll now or wait?
Go ahead and roll that now. Go ahead and roll that now.
And remember, the highest level account you actually need is one that can input a GPS destination.
Right, just a basic driver, a pilot, or whatever. Yeah,
Just a standard.
Pardon me?
Just a standard. Okay. That would be threshold is equal to, I believe, just firewall.
Yeah, it's threshold equal to firewall, and Crimson will have to reconnect.
Right, did you get the last two? I rolled a 5 and a 3, then I got disconnected.
No, we didn't get those.
All right,
Unless they were
re-roll.
to.
So we saw 2 rolls that you made, a 4 and a 5.
Yeah, I was rolling for the second one, and I rolled a 5 and a 3. But
Okay, so that'll be enough to get into it.
all right. In that case, I mean, I can keep rolling on these things. Eventually, I'm going to fail though, and probably an alarm is going to go off. So,
I mean, even if the alarm does go off, that'd just lock you out of accessing that particular vehicle.
it may alert the guys down there, the 9 folks there, that I'm hacking the cars, and they might disperse. That's the only concern. Yeah, the other thing is he can only order one of them a turn, I think, or is it? No, it's
You can give one order a turn. You can point it to as many things as you want. And it basically, you have like a 1 second command. Like
Right.
something you can phrase up in one sentence.
right, exactly. I mean, so I was just saying that it's diminishing returns. I could probably go for one more, but after that, probably won't be used. So I'll go for Rover 2 if I have time, and then I'll just stop because I'll have 3 of the 6
Okay,
there.
go ahead
That's
and roll
probably
it.
enough.
And all of these are just standard accounts?
Correct.
If it was a standard account, I don't think you needed to make that second roll.
I was just rolling. I'm certain the firewall's only around 3 or 4, but I was just making sure.
Yeah, that roll of 3 right there is the firewall's roll. So you'll be hacking one, and you'll note its alarm go off, and immediately shut you out. That second roll won't even matter because you will not have been allowed to make it. It'll immediately just drop all wireless connection to you, and when you go to access it again, which you'll do automatically, it will have no wireless connectivity that you can see.
Is there any reaction from the
Oh,
guards
your fly spy will also note that it's a visual audio alarm too. It's an alarm.
Yeah, a car alarm going off.
Right. Are
Yeah.
the guards doing anything? I mean, I realize it's been only a second or so, but are they starting to move? Or I'm sure they're looking at it.
Yeah, they're seeming to react, say something. You have no way to hear them. The cars don't have any audio. You don't have anything audio related in that area, I don't believe.
Well, crap. In that
So
case,
they're sort of shifting, but not quick enough for you to tell what exactly they're doing, and they are seeming to say things, but you can't tell what it is.
well then, jig is up. Coyote will order Rover 1 to go into gear and floor it, due south down the line of those Lone Star officers.
Not quite due south, just a touch to the
No,
east.
yeah, a couple degrees east too. So.
And you were all doing this from augmented reality?
Correct.
Okay. When you tell it to back up, automatic safety will kick in and put the brakes on because someone's standing behind it. And with a standard count, you can't override its automatic safety features, so it doesn't run people over randomly.
Well, is that something Coyote would have known? Because in that case, he will try to get an account that he can override it with. Damn it. He would have done that before going to Rover 2 as well.
It's on some vehicles. It's on not all. It certainly wouldn't be on any of your vehicles, and it's not on military grade. It's not oftentimes on corporate cars either. So it's not standard, but it is relatively common. It's in places.
All right. Well, I think. Well, all right.
That definitely is something I thought might happen. Automatic safety.
Well, I did. Well, see, I did too, but I just was saying, well, Coyote's not an idiot, so if he's planning to ram people, he would probably try to get an account where that would let him for sure.
Well, the for sure bet on anything would be the admin account.
Yeah, if you want something for sure to be able to access anything, it always has to be admin. Otherwise, you don't know until you try.
Alrighty, then that's what he would go for.
Yeah. That'll take one action, and then you'll see all the wireless connections on the cars immediately cut off, and they all stop dead.
Well, no, I mean, I was saying that he would have.
You can't retcon it
for the Rover 2, which set the alarm off.
You can't retcon
an admin
it.
account there had he known that. See, that's my point.
But he didn't know. You didn't. That's
Yeah,
what Sean told you. He didn't know.
There's no way you would have known for sure one way or the other.
But he would have known that there was a possibility, and I'm saying that Coyote would not have wanted to take that chance. I mean, that's what I'm. Well,
That's
whatever.
how you needed to play that, Cripsum.
Right. If you want to not take a chance with you not knowing, then you always have to go for an admin account. That's why I specifically asked.
Well, I mean, yeah, I get that, but see, it's one of those things where you knew that the plan was to kill to run those things over. Coyote, if he thought there was even the possibility, I'm just saying from his point of view, and so I figured that if that was going to be a problem, then maybe that would have been something that would have occurred to him. Since nothing was brought up, I figured, okay, well, he just needs a driver account.
That has to be something that you take into consideration, Cripsum.
Yeah, there's.
Well,
I can't.
Well, no, because a few episodes ago, Sean said that he would assume that the characters would do stuff that's not idiotic. And so, to me, that was kind of ridiculously.
But,
I mean, whatever, and we can go with that. It's not a
that extends.
huge deal,
That
but-
extends to not locking your doors, things like that. That's not. I'm going to inform you of every single possibility of what may or may not happen because, well, with the other car, that wouldn't have been a normal safety feature. So,
Yep.
with these ones, it is. It's sometimes things like that are relevant. Sometimes they aren't, and that is something that would be notable here as something unusual. It's not standard for these cars.
Coyote didn't do something idiotic. This is an unusual feature. It's perfectly logical to interpret that he could easily disable the sensor and camera and just drive the damn thing with a standard account.
Right.
Yeah, well, nah. See, no, I mean, I don't think that's the way Coyote thinks. Coyote is paranoid above all things. He wants everything to be perfect and all his ducks in a row.
Then this will be a good piece of ammunition for him to
Right.
further reinforce his paranoia.
Right. And then in that case, to do that, to be paranoid like that, from now on you'll probably want to go for an admin account on everything because that's the only way to get around those all the time. With a standard count,
See,
those features
okay,
will.
Right. I do have a question though. If he's actually piloting that thing, like if you were to actually get in,
if you were jumped in, that's why I also asked if you're in AR.
Right.
If you were
All
in
right.
VR
That's the
and
question. Yeah,
jumped,
I didn't. I actually did
Right.
not make that connection. All right. Well, moving on. Then I'm locked out of him. I can't do it. I can't have nice things. So there we go. Moving on.
You
if
can
you
try
were-
to start hacking their guns and stuff, though. Especially
that'll be true too. You can go ahead and try to access their individual comm links. That said, that's very Coyote would know that that's very unlikely to be working because most security guards keep that stuff slave to their comm links, and in such a situation, they'll set their comm links to have limited wireless connections.
can still try.
Yeah.
You'd have to get really close. You'd have to meet a very high threshold. They'd obviously be on alert for any attempt to do that, especially after noticing that rovers were attempting to be hacked into.
Yeah. One thing though, you can remote control cars, can't you, from VR?
Yeah. That's why I asked
Okay,
if you
well-
were in VR, because if you had been in VR,
I mean,
that-
from AR. I mean, because jumped in is VR. Remote controlled, you can do it from augmented.
yeah, you would have been able to, except they would have because you were in AR, you got your turn to order it, and then the security pop-up would have come on, and then they get their turn.
Okay.
And
Alright.
their turn was to order all the cars to shut off all wireless links and shut down.
Fair enough. All right. Well, then Coyote's locked out. He has nothing else to do then except wait for these guys to run on out. Where is his SUV right now? Has it unloaded the Doberman, and where has it appeared?
The SUV is currently your half click away, and the Doberman, I forgot the speed on it.
I'll check. Hold on. I think it was 60, and it's desert, so it'll be its speed is 60. I don't know. It's desert, so it's probably going to be a little less since it's on wheeled feet.
We'll say it's coming just into view now. It's you have your Doberman on this page somewhere? Yeah. Let me put it where. And you wanted your Doberman coming up the front, right?
Right, kind of coming up to engage the two guards at the front of the gate. I mean, because his last ditch would be maybe to distract the guards from they were
along
the 9
road,
guards out front.
Yeah, along the road at the very far left, I've dropped it, and it can start rolling up. That's where it is currently.
All right.
So if you wanted it up on the road, that's fine. If you wanted coming off from on the other direction, that's fine. It's a fairly small drone, and they're worried about what's going on inside. They no car. It's just a single drone walking. They may not have even noticed it.
Yeah, the main concern here, I guess, is speed. Because if you can take it off road and flank him like that, that's something. But he wants it.
Your
to get
drone
there.
will go at full speed because it's a walker.
All right. I don't know how far do you want me to move it up, because I've moved it up a little bit.
Or are you just running it straight at them?
I'm kind of think of a parabolic curve is what I'm doing, and it'll come in kind of from the northwest, say, to these two guards at the gate.
Okay, so you want it to come off to the side. Okay, what exactly are you ordering it to do? Like, how close before it opens fires? Is it just sneaking up as close as it can without opening firing? What exactly is its orders?
Yeah, it's sneaking. It's getting as close as possible. It wants to start its attack right before we would start our attack on these 9 guards there, because he wants to distract them, maybe make them all turn their heads to the back and see what the hell's going on, and then they can attack, like maybe get a flanking attack or a surprise attack.
Okay, so how close is it sneaking? Like, in terms of actual meters, if you measure it out, like, how close is it getting before it stops? Because at this rate, it'll have plenty of time to actually head up before you actually get engaged, it looks like.
Well, that entirely depends on its range, which is, he's going to go for medium range, so 200 meters or 200 units, whatever we're using here. It's going to get maybe 175.
Okay, let me roll their perception. Does it have any stealth?
Oh no, and it probably wouldn't have a stealth. Well, in this case, Coyote's had time. He would have loaded a stealth program on it to get close.
Yeah. So go ahead and roll its pilot.
Mages
plus
have been coming out here and
your Sneaking autosoft would be. I don't know which one that would.
Yeah, it's covert ops. I think would be the optimal one. There's it's the two I have is covert ops and shadowing, and he's not shadowing, so it'd be covert ops. And pilot is 3 on it. Just double checking.
Well, then put it where you want within 175. It'd probably just be easiest to put it on the road so it's easy to find. It really doesn't matter whether or not it's on the road.
Right. That's about where it is. That's 150, 175 out.